Hey guys, Fliggins here, and today we are playing Duskwood. Let's get right into it. Okay, I'm home. Thanks for waiting. Of course. Lily is now online. Hi. I'm trying a new recording feature on my camera. I don't really like it. Just blurs the background. I'm in my basement. The usual recording spot. Okay, who's missing? Nobody, right? No, Dan's missing. Of course he is. Dan. Dan is now online. Smiling face. Okay, let's begin. Where is Mr. Question Mark? I mean Jake. Oh, there he is. I think each of you know our most important clue is the man without a face. At least we can say with certainty that our culprit is hiding behind this legend. And that it was most important to him from the start to associate with it. Let me read that again. It was it was originally brought to us as a man without a face. I want to talk to Ms. Walker, but only found Elfie at the motel. I advised Cleo to talk to him. Right? I forgot about that. He was on the first mention, the man without a face. And Jesse, because he is a sucker for all things creepy, I sent Fluffykins to him. Yes, I immediately recognized an important clue, although Ricky thought it was ridiculous. You know what he's like. Fluffykins was pretty open-minded towards the whole thing, thankfully. Jesse instantly opened up to chat for us. Opened up a chat for us. Right, I had hoped to get more clues and ideas from old Liz, as Ricky grew up in Duskwood. And soon after, Fluffykins boosted my suspicions because she found what am I doing? What am I supposed to be looking for? I'll write that. No, wait. Right. Because she found a picture of the son of a raven. Hannah's showed this picture to Jake too. But he didn't think it was a clue then. I just remember that you sent this picture to me too. Of course, we asked ourselves whether Hannah might have done something bad. Could any of you maybe say something about that? Does anyone maybe know about an incident that Hannah might have been punished for? It would be really important to tell us. Nobody knows anything? Alright, let's continue. Do you have access to the first diary page we found? Of course I do. It was written by Hannah. Please read it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done too. Me too. But I don't understand what it's meaning by it. At first we didn't know either. As I said, Hannah wrote this. The Weekends immediately understood that Hannah was trying to process something with this. I am connecting to thinking that nobody knew about Hannah's depression. What depression? No, Hannah wasn't depressed. She was. You must have misunderstood something. Unfortunately, we haven't, Cleo. You think that's because of those scribbles up there? There is a fly down here. Among other things. Alright, let's send that file over. Prescription. We found this prescription for antidepressants at Hannah's. Are you sure that it actually belongs to Hannah? Yes. No. I don't believe this. Well, believe it, buddy, because it's true. I would have known. She would have never have kept this a secret from me. Well, it looks like she did. What's the point of sharing our results with you if you don't believe us? Jake and Fluffykins are right. Miss Sully told me something. That was pretty early on. She said before Hannah's disappeared, she had seen her coming out of the pharmacy. Hannah was white as a sheet. I can't believe this. I should have known this. Maybe she's really good at hiding things. I didn't know either. As her sister. Poor Hannah. Poor Hannah indeed. There's reason to believe that she had her depression under control for quite some time, but they were triggered again by a certain event. We have acquired, oops, didn't get to read that fast enough.
What would you like to talk about?
Yep, that's correct. Acquired this conversation between Hannah and her psychiatrist. Okay, but seriously, how do you get these things? Magic. Jake and I are a good team. Mm-hmm. Shut up and listen, got it. Fluffykins, would you like to explain the conclusions we came up to back then? Hannah was already being followed before her disappearance. That in turn had something to do with an incident from her past. Hannah had just been a child back then. What else? Though her psychiatrist phrasing was, Hannah had not been alone. The psychiatrist didn't believe Hannah that she was being followed. Doesn't look like it. Yes, Jake and I immediately noticed that. You are right. Psychiatrist who doesn't believe a woman that she's being followed. Can someone explain that? I definitely can't. I can't. Doesn't make much sense. That explains the video recording. Yeah. How creepy. There's something outside of Hannah's window. I've already brightened or pointing out significantly. Unfortunately, you still can't make anything out. Yes, I've done that as well. Throughout the conversation between Hannah and her doctor, we hear about Jennifer for the first time. I asked Fluffykins to talk about a terrible incident involving Jennifer. To ask you about, sorry. Who was asked? No answer? Fluffykins, you asked somebody about Jennifer, hadn't you? It was Ricky. Yes, Ricky. I understand. With the conversation with Ricky, you got an incorrect surname, which is why my search in the archives came up with no results. Jennifer's surname is actually Hansen. There's something I can add here, if I may. Go ahead. I thought I couldn't harm to have a look at the address in Hannah's nav. So I asked Lily for the car keys and went to Hannah's apartment. There was only one address saved in her nav. The address was to Jennifer's Hansen's mother. I mean, I don't know that at first, which is why I drove to the address. Wait, Jesse. You went to Hannah's car? Yes, where was it? In front of her house. When Jake first got us all into this group chat and said Hannah was in danger, I drove to her immediately. Ricky was there and said Hannah wasn't in her apartment. He had already rang the doorbell. he had read that what Jake had written too. What I'm trying to get at is that Hannah Carr wasn't there. That's weird. Back then I didn't register that a potentially important clue, and it fit with Hannah not being home anyways, but Jesse, if you're saying Hannah's car was in front of her house, it would have been brought back. Someone must have returned it after Hannah disappeared. The culprit? But why? It's a really good question. Can we take a break? What? What do you guys think? Yeah, sure. Yep, that's a lot of new information to process. Yep, I'm starting to get a headache. It's important that everybody concentrates properly on this. Otherwise, it's just a waste of precious time. First time I agree with you, Hacker Man. Then just say whenever you guys are ready to go again. We'll do that. See you later. Mini games, mini games. Right, no more mini games. Oh, you're online. Yep. Yep, enough relaxation. I went to my parents earlier. I thought they might know if Hannah had anything to do with Amy Bell Lewis. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Oh. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. That's unfortunate. Amy's name seems so familiar to me, but I don't know why. I hope you remember someday. So do I. Whenever I was at my parents' earlier, I couldn't look my dad in the eyes. My mom made me some tea, but I didn't even drink it. That's how badly I wanted to leave. Why didn't you? Sorry to hear. Thanks. This is all getting very interesting. But you just wait till the final episode. I don't know how long episode 9 is going to be, and I believe it's the last one, so Duskwood's almost over, guys. Sorry, I don't want to get on your nerves. Is there anything else I can do for you? I want to send Ted Madera a letter. Madera. Ted Madera a letter. I'm all ears. I really want to find out what Hannah wanted with him. Have you gotten any further with Ted, right? Unfortunately not. Why shouldn't we ask Ted when we got prison's letter address? To be honest, I've already started. Or rather, I've tried to start, but I'm already stumped on the first line. Then I saw that you were online. Oh? I understand. And how exactly can I help? Well, just with writing the letter. What should I leave out? How do I phrase things, etc.? Let's go. My trusty dusty pen. Let's write a letter. Just kidding. Yeah, to be honest, I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff. No, I am not. So, yes, I think it might be fun. Go. I thought maybe. What? You could ask Jake if he could help us. She really likes her brother, half brother, doesn't she? Wait a minute, I'll ask him. Did you read along? No. I'm going through our previous investigations in order to ensure that a conversation with the others goes as smoothly as possible. Sounds good to me. Could you help Lily and me real fast? We want to send this Tet a letter. I'm sure you can think of something too. I haven't spoken with Lily thus far. I know. Alright. Please add me to her chat. If I join the chat like I usually did, I don't want to frighten her. Puffykins added. ... Hello. Hi. Howdy, I should say. I want to thank you for your help. Me or her? Probably her. No. Huh? It was my fault that this happened in the first place. No, don't say that. I'm sorry, Jake. Sorry. Alright, let us begin. Okay. So I didn't even know how to address him. Dear Ted or Dear Mr. Madara. Dear Mr. Madara, I think is more appropriate. We don't know him. We should come across as professional. Okay. Should we write some sort of phrase or greeting, or just get straight to the point? In one of my college classes, we were taught that like those letters, you always add like a little thing. So some sort of branding would be appropriate. I hope you're well. Okay. Okay, I get Hannah involved now. Yeah. Should we tell him she's missing? No, I wouldn't definitely leave that out. Yes, I agree. Okay. Yes, and then I'd be upfront with him. Kind of like this. We found an application for visitation rights. Please tell us why you wanted to meet up with Hannah. Yes, I think we can't go wrong with that. Personally, I'd say, hello, I was wondering if you could tell us about Hannah. We found visitation rights application in her mailbox. We were wondering why Hannah would have wanted to meet up with you is what I would say, but just leave out the part with application. It's kind of unnecessary. You're right. Yes, I'm always right. Got anything else? No, not really. To be honest, I don't. That you're looking forward to his reply? Good idea. Okay, done. To summarize, dear Mr. Madrap, I hope you're well. Please tell us why Hannah wanted to meet up with you. Should have had her last name. We're looking forward to your reply. Best wishes, Lily Danforth. Dunforth. I'll take that to the post office later, and then we wait. I hope we don't have to wait too long. I hope so too. Good. We'll see each other later then. In the group chat. Yes. And thanks, you too. No problem. See you later. You are welcome. Ooh, cool. Let's try this one from now on. Lily and Jake. Jake, I wanted to tell you something.